Hi there, my name is Audrey Philpott, and I'd like to welcome you to the Naked Salon, where we strip away the hype and get down to the bare truth. And this is a conversation, and you are welcome to join in. And let me give you the number if you'd like to call in. It's 818-991-6137. And today is our debut show. We're very excited to be here. And I want to say hello to everybody who's watching us on the internet today. And we're very excited to be here. And let me turn it over to my co-host, Mark Appleman.
Thank you, Audrey. I'm Mark Appleman, and I just wanted to also welcome the people I know that are there in Australia and in Europe and around the world. It's kind of an exciting feeling to be swimming in this new media of communication. Hopefully we will be worth the attention you give to us today and in the future. I wanted to introduce our first couple guests for this first show. And first of all, next to me is an old friend of ours and quite a character in her own right, Sharon Jeffers. And she is really here wearing two hats, even though her head is not covered. The first hat is that of being a salon regular, because the theme behind this show is that we're all getting together and having a relaxed conversation about topics, and where do we become most relaxed is with our own friends. So Sharon is welcome to the party in that role. Also in the future, she will be a keynote guest in her role as an oracle. And we'll touch on that a little bit later on in the show. I think that's in late December, it's planned. And then we're extremely pleased to have our special guest who's here in town with us for a couple weeks. He is performing his own one-man show, dressed under the personage of a pretty famous character called Jesus. And the name of the show is Liberating Jesus. It is currently playing this weekend, the 9th, 10th, and the 11th, at the Edgemar Center for the Arts at 2437 Main Street in Santa Monica. These will be the last three performances, at least this time around, and Leonard was also performing last weekend at the same location. So he's joining our conversation and hopefully can help focus it in times, but really the theme of this show is that we're going to have a theme for every show. And we're going to just try and look at how each of us relates to that. And today's theme is, I think, suitable for our first show because it's show number 1, and the topic is oneness. So we are not only exploring oneness as a television show, but we're also exploring oneness as a shared experience. And I don't know if there's anyone that just wants to talk about a little bit about what oneness might mean to them as an individual, or what that feeling is all about.
In a way, we could say that the whole quest, the spiritual quest, is all about eventually arising in oneness or reaching a state of oneness. And the reason we're so anxious and so keen to get to oneness is because we all live in our own individual worlds of separation. And it's painful, but for the most part we keep the pain of separation repressed very deeply within us. And the whole point of oneness is to come out of our individual worlds of separation and come into oneness, to come into the world of now. So that's the whole point of it. The question is, how do we get there? How do we reveal oneness in our lives? How does it open up for us?
Audrey?
For me, oneness is that state. It's a transformation that occurs. Because I think to move from the world of duality to the world of non-duality, it's not a linear process in my experience. It is really a shift in consciousness that occurs, that I'm in a different state of being when I am in that experience of oneness. And it's an experience that is not an ego-driven experience. I'm not thinking about myself or my thoughts or my ideas. It's really just being, if you will, in the flow, in the now, in the moment.
I know for me, it's the same, and when I'm embracing the innocence in myself and that place where there is no judgment and there's just freedom of being, I feel one with everyone and everything. And I know for me that's been a key in entering into that experience of oneness, is embracing that simplicity in myself, where there is no separation.
I think for me, my experience of oneness a lot of times, it's like a party that's already going on that I have to join. And it's a question of opening myself up and getting back to our theme of the Naked Salon, of expanding myself, of communicating myself into that space that I'm already existing on, a part of me is already existing on, and I have to join into that. When I was thinking about the topic of oneness before the show today, the matching word for it was unity, where oneness was almost like the passive sense of some sort of thing, and then unity was an action or an action-oriented side of that same principle that does unite us.